All right, we so appreciate your time with us. This is Adoa Television. My name is General Fifiansa from now till 10. Let's talk. And I'm blessed with some wonderful young people in the house, and they are here to talk to me about EquiAccess. And I don't know what that thing is. And so let me go welcome them, and then we'll see how the show goes. From now till 10, join us live on Facebook, and then send me your comments, and let's see how best those ones will be ready live for you. So we're looking at EquiAccess as in strengthening justice for street-connected children. And so my guests are Obed Sian Osei, who is a project assistant, Starlight Foundation. I also have Aziz Abdul Awudu, who is a youth advocate. And then in the house is Leticia, who is also a youth advocate. I guess you are Melissa, right? All right. So I have a tall list of people to talk to this morning before I wrap up. Lady and gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you doing?
Yeah, doing good.
When I saw a Chelsea thing, you were smiling. Why are you a Chelsea man?
No, it can never be.
Oh, Charlie Nabutrol. Well, what are you?
I'm a Real Madrid
fan. Yeah, white angel. Anyway, that's fine. You're a white angel. All right, so let's zoom into talking. Time is not on our side. But if you say EquiAccess, what is it?
And so I would say EquiAccess is a flagship initiative of Starlight Foundation that seeks to strengthen access to justice for street-connected children. For the meantime, we are seeking this access to justice in the greater Accra region, and then we do that through empowerment, legal education, rights awareness, and then we build a network of youth advocates, as you can see, so that they can support their peers. So oftentimes we realize that street-connected children here in Ghana are faced with one or two serious challenges when it comes to justice system, and then some of these challenges are stigma, discrimination. We have lack of knowledge of legal awareness and legal education here in the system. So our EquiAccess project seeks to address this gap, and then we work hand in hand with key partners and justice stakeholders such as the SHRAJ, NCC, DOSU, and then yes, we have CSC supporting this project here, Consortium for Street Children. So that's a bit that I can say.
What are your objectives? Why this?
So ultimately, we want to seek and strengthen access to justice. Yes, when it comes to street-connected children, we see that they are often not included in this justice system, and so in our way of bridging that gap, that's what EquiAccess seeks to do. We bridge the gap where we will teach and then educate people on their rights. And then we give them that legal knowledge, and then they'll be able to stand for themselves, confident, and then maybe they will speak for their rights. And then anytime there are some kind of abuse or violations, they are able to stand for themselves. And then we'll create a safe way reporting pathways where anytime their rights are being infringed upon, they can, go up to these people and then report to them.
Okay, let me go to Miss Rinchi. Miss Rinchi, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You have to speak. We're people, they're money. So open up for me, okay? How are you doing?
I'm fine.
What class are you?
I'm Form 2.
Form 2. Yes. So do creative art, career tech, and all of that.
Yes, please.
Nice one. Tell me about this thing. You are a youth, okay? How did you get yourself into this thing? What's it like? Why you? I want to know why you as a young person. How old are you?
14.
14. So tell me, you can talk. So tell me, like, answering questions in the classroom, okay?
Okay.
So let's go. How did you get yourself into this thing? How was it like?
So I got inside when we were in school.
Okay.
So they came to our school. They talked to us. So we have been going for programs.
All right.
So they told us that we'll be standing for them to talk to our peers so that they'll also know their rights and responsibilities. So
the same question to you. What are some of these rights that your age mate like me, I would have to know?
Okay, right to freedom of speech, right to privacy, right to education. Because children, as we are, we have to be educated to know other things in the community.
How are you doing?
I'm doing.
What class are you?
Form 2.
Form 2. So I'm going to ask you to say this in Hausa, okay? So that your peers watching you would understand why you are here.
Okay.
Cool?
Okay.
Okay. Come on now. Use. Let's go. This your camera.
Nanaga imagana batun rights and the responsibilities. Kuma abindesa the main reason why mukenangani more educate people about rights and so the responsibilities. Kuma when that's okay, abuse people's rights now. Muna nanga mfad musu subari abuse right mutani. The muna nanga kuma mu educate mutani about the against discrimination.
Okay, so all that he's saying is that the reason why they are here is to talk about how children or people should not be discriminated. In fact, we all have that kind of right to everything. They are children, but they are here because they are standing for children, that their rights are supposed to be seen. Okay, so let me go back to you, Mr. Osai. So tell me, what are the primary beneficiaries?
All right, and so even though we have beneficiaries such as students, we are looking at a wider environmental support.
Okay.
And so Starlight in its position will not do anything. I mean, when it comes to implementation of projects as this, will not do anything without community engagement. So we first start with community engagement, and then so the opinion leaders, the stakeholders that we engage are first our direct beneficiaries, and then so we first educate them, we give them some legal education workshop on how they can also support with such initiatives to protect these vulnerable kids. And then after we are done with that one, we move into schools and then into the communities, and then we speak to young children in schools, classrooms about their rights. So directly, our direct beneficiaries are these people, the stakeholders, the street connected children in the community, the students in schools. And so as we are doing this advocacy and then we are advocating on these rights awareness, we expect them as our advocate to also enhance the education. So it moves on to, I mean, families, those in the house that haven't has access to.
They are connected though.
Is that?
They are connected.
Yeah.
Or they have classmates. They have mates at their various homes, their churches, their mosques.
And so everywhere we have, let's say, a social gathering, yes, these people will tend to also advocate. So in a broader sense, our direct beneficiaries are these ones, but then we are also looking at indirect beneficiaries, and then the stakeholders will also help in our PTAs. So everywhere there's social gatherings, we are looking at.
Okay, so I'll be asking Renchi to tell me if she has spoken to someone before, and then same goes to you. But before I asked Awudu and Renchi, are you doing this only in Accra or it cuts across the whole country?
Yes, because of funding issues and all that, we seek to expand it. But then for the meantime, we are only doing it in Accra. Yes,
oh, I see. I would tell me, have you ever spoken to someone about your advocacy before?
Yes, I saw a guy dumping a rubbish on the ground. Then I told him what he's doing, it's not good, and it has the effect. I told him life stories about what he's doing, the solutions. So I told him to pick it up next time. You shouldn't do that again. You shouldn't repeat it again.
Wow, you did that?
Yes.
The person older than you?
No, age mate.
Age mate at school?
Yes.
How did he take it? A he or a she? The person is a he. How did he take it?
I spoke to him respectfully, so he obeyed my command and he took it. Okay, so
let's be practical. My name is Fifi. I'm your classmate. Okay, so after the end of term French paper, I realized that I blasted. I couldn't perform. Probably I guess say 35% the French paper. So I folded the French paper and I threw it in the gutter. Share with me how are you going to advise me to pick the paper from the gutter?
In the gutter, you get some gloves. So when you put on the gloves and you pick it, you dry it. So when it's dry.
No. What I'm saying is that I filled the paper. So I've dumped the thing, I've thrown it away. But your advocacy, you want to advise me not to be dumping in gutters. How are you going to advise me or talk to me so that next time I wouldn't drink sachet and drop and all of that? How are you going to advise me?
I'll tell you the effects of what you are doing.
Okay.
And give you some real life stories that happen.
Okay.
Like it may cause floodings and destroy people's homes. It's cause loss of lives.
Okay.
So when I tell you this, so that next time you won't do it.
You won't do it again. Okay. Leticia, with me. Have you ever spoken to somebody, your peers, before? And
Yes.
how did you do it?
Yes, please. As he said, the person was also dumping refuse around. So I got closer to the person and I told the person that what she's doing is not right. She shouldn't do it because it has side effects. And when someone sees her doing that, the person will copy her and also continue doing it, and it will cause many things in the community.
Wow, you are really doing well. Let me come back to you, Mr. Siao. Let's talk about the street connected children and how they can be excluded from the justice system.
All right, and so in Starlight Foundation, we are looking at street connected children. When we talk about street connected children, we are looking at it in 3 ways. So we have those that are in the street. So when I say they are in the street, then we are looking at those that have their families, their everyday lived experience, right, in the street. So they eat, they bath, they do everything.
Everything is in the
Everything
street.
is in the street. And then we have those on the street. And so with those on the street, when we are looking at those that would have families back home, but then per 1 or 2 situations, let's say poverty, it's a lot, and so they find themselves in the street just to hustle to get some things to eat. And then we have those that are at risk to come into the street. That's why we are looking at these young ones. So we are saying that in one of our approaches in dealing with these things, we have something we call the early intervention, and then we believe in the fact that for you to be able to solve a problem, that you must first prevent it from happening. And so we first take the education into schools as these, and then we give them the dangers, the factors of streetism and all that, so that at the end of the day, they will not end up in the street. So for street connected children to have access to justice, then we are looking at the fact that we will first give them the public education or the legal education on their rights. We give them that right awareness so that they'll be able to speak for themselves. Anytime there is discrimination, they can actually defend themselves in a respectful way. And then also we link them to justice stakeholders such as SHRAJ. So I think in all of our workshops that we did, we just did not do it on our own. We invited guests from these justice firms. So let's say SHRAJ and NCC, DOFSU, and then even with the police. So they all came just to give this awareness. So in doing so, they will have direct contact with these people. So anytime that we have let's say an abuse of rights or something, and then they see it, because now they know they are right, they see it to be an abuse of rights, and then they would want to report. They will have that kind of link to do that. And then again, if they are unable to do, Starlight in its position came up with what we call the anonymous referral pathway, such that here our youth advocates that are serving as the peer leaders maybe would want to assist them if you want to report, and then because of fear, out of fear, you don't know how to go about it. These people will serve as our advocates, and then they will come up with the help by reporting it anonymously to us, and then we take it from them, then we give it to institutions that can deal with their cases.
This looks very beautiful, but my question is it, are you going to only junior high schools and the senior high schools as well? Or what's the age bracket?
The age bracket actually is from 10 to 18.
Oh, so senior high school is also part?
Yes,
oh, okay.
Please, from 10 to 18. But then for our youth advocate to be able to stand up for their peers, you are looking at 15 to 18. But
at
then
least they can speak.
so that they can speak for their peers. But then across board, we are looking at children from 10 to 18.
You're talking about rights. Let me ask you, Awudu, what are some of these rights?
Right to privacy.
Okay, so hold on. If you say right to privacy, what is it? Maybe in a line, can I help me to understand the term right to privacy? What is it?
Right to privacy. When you're having your team, someone cannot start it without your permission.
Oh, so that's right to privacy. Okay. Well, the word privacy sounded something different to me. Okay, I understand you. Okay. Right to privacy. Back to you before I go to Rinti. What are the significance of training youth advocates under the EquiAccess project?
So the significance of our youth, the training for the youth advocates is such that these people can stand as peer leaders.
Okay.
So we are a youth-led organization. So in so doing, we are also building leaders that can take up responsibilities on behalf of others. And then again, they'll give right education to people that we have not been able to reach. So as we are doing here, we understand that this one is going globally, and so their peers will actually watch it and then be impressed and then be motivated to learn more about rights, and then again they'll be able to stand against discrimination and then support their peers in times of hard situations. So that's basically the importance of building these youth advocates.
Okay, so Renchi, he has spoken to me about right to privacy. Any other right that you want to share with us?
Yeah, right to freedom of speech. Mostly children, they don't allow them to speak or bring up their point of view. So this means that children, we have the right to talk. Like when someone is abusing our rights, we have the right to tell the person that, please, what you're doing is not right. We are abusing my right. So the right to freedom of speech also goes to our parents. In Ghana, mostly. They don't allow children to talk or bring out their point of view. So it makes the children dull. When the person has something to say,
you can't say it.
Yeah, because he or she knows that the mother or father will tell her that, oh yeah, you do.
So your children are always intimidated.
Yeah.
Oh, so now you can talk. If the thing is right, it is right. If it is wrong, it is wrong.
Yes, please.
I see.
Yeah, I think I don't know. The last time in one of our workshop, it was through this education and then empowerment that we were giving them. A young girl stood up and was like, she witnessed how her sister, they chose a course for her to be studying in the SHS, but then, yes, her sister has been speaking to her privately, and then she's saying she doesn't like the course, but then because her sister wasn't able to own up, it's like parents has taken the decision, and then she has nothing to do, and then she just has to follow.
You have to follow the I mean, daddy says, mommy says, who am I to complain?
So I think when we are looking for solutions to keep that one, she was boldly to tell us right now she can also participate in certain decisions that has to do with her life. If it's going to help her, that's fine. If not, she will be boldly to tell.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you to tell me the ways you are going to, your supportive system, your ecosystem for children and their family. But before that, if you have really done Accra, have you visited all schools in Accra? That's a big one.
Yeah,
but if you've not, which areas are you so far?
So far, we've looked at Mamobi, we've looked at Nima. It's actually
they're all the same.
They are wide, so that's where we're actually starting from. Very soon we'll be taking it to other communities.
So currently you're at Mamobi, Nima, thereabouts. Oh, that's nice. So back to my question: in what ways does the EquiAccess create supportive ecosystem for children and their families?
So the supportive ecosystem is, in a sense, that we have first build partnership with these justice stakeholders, so that even though oftentimes in our research we saw that child legal sensitive cases are being excluded, not entirely excluded, but when it comes to these things, they don't actually give attention to it. Because of the partnership we build with these stakeholders, yes, they are now drawn to that. We've drawn their attention to these things, and so anytime there is abuse of rights or anything, and then such a case comes to them, they take it upon themselves to deal with it. And then again, as we are saying, we educate these ones, and so even though maybe there would be lack of knowledge or inadequate knowledge, right now they will be versed with more knowledge about their rights. So in any situation, they know these are rights that cannot be taken from them. So that's the supportive systems. And then with community engagement that we've done with parents, teachers, opinion leaders, they are also providing support and help when it comes to these rights and responsibilities matters.
Wow. So we've been talking to Obed Sian Ose, who is the project assistant, and then he didn't come here alone. He came with 3 other learners: Aziz, Abdul, Awud, who is a youth advocate, Leticia Rinchi, and then Melissa as well. So Melissa will join us so that we also ask her a few questions. But so you are getting support from parents as well, right?
Yes, support from parents in a kind of, assisting when it comes to this.
Okay,
yes.
But then let's go funding.
Funding.
When it's time for you to go out there,
yes.
Who does the funding?
All right. Very sorry, but when it comes to funding for EquiAccess, our main sponsorship is coming from the Consortium for Street Children in the UK. yes, they are actually the primary source of funding as of now. But then our doors are still open. When you look at what we are doing as an NGO, and then you find it very, very supportive, very engaging, and then educative. Yeah, I think I can even put my number and then Starlight Foundation.
You do that. That's fine. But let me go to Audu again. Audu, what do you want to become in the near future?
A mechanic engineer.
Wow. So how is this advocacy thing going to help you to become what you want to become? The same question you're going to Leticia Rinchi. Do you understand my question? You don't. You want to become an engineer in the near future, right?
Yes.
How is this thing going to help you to become that person? Now that you can speak for yourself, now that you are telling your colleagues that Charlie, this one we have to do A, B, C, D. How is it going to help you? Because now, like Mr. Osai said, a friend or a lady said that they chose a course for me to go and do. I'm going to stand on the right. You said that for me, I want to become an engineer. So that is what I want to become. Can you stand on your grounds and say that's what I want to become?
To change it for you.
I'm going to change it, yes. Or you still want to be that person?
I still want to be that person.
Why mechanical engineer?
Because that's where my talent is from.
What can you do? What have you done so far?
I can make motors.
Oh, okay.
With cardboard.
I see. The next time you're coming here, bring me some motors. Okay, so that I give to Uncle Frank. Okay, he loves motors. Okay, that's nice. What do you want to be in the near future?
A surgeon.
Ooh. So how is this thing going to help you become that person?
So when I want to do a course in school,
okay.
So when my parents tell me to change it to maybe do government, I'll tell them no, I want to become a surgeon, so this is what I want to do.
And you're going to stand by that?
Yes, please.
So what if daddy says, no, I did economics, so go do economics, what are you going to do?
No, I'll tell him that this is what my strength, this is where my strength is, and that's what I feel to do, so I want to do that.
Do you play any major role in school?
In school, I'm a class prefect.
Yeah, class prefect, I see. Abudu, what are you?
I'm not having.
You're not having. Do you play football?
No.
You don't like play?
Skate.
You see, Nima boy. What okay, so I'm enjoying the show already. Role youth advocates play in creating awareness about children's rights. That one, we speak into it, and I'll go to them as well. So the question again, what role do youth advocates play in creating awareness about children's rights?
The role they play.
Yes.
I would not want to maybe say what they have in mind, but
okay.
Then, yes, for the
so
meantime,
to throw for them.
Yes, for the meantime, I know they serve as peer leaders for their peers,
okay.
So they help them in advocating.
All right, I'll do the same question to you. What role do you play?
We educate people not to violate each other's rights, and we speak against discrimination.
I see. What is that? What is discrimination? Is it too big for you to answer? This one is from Togo, so I will not permit him to come to my school. This one is from South Africa. Hey, I don't want to talk about South Africa. All right, so the same question to you. What role do you play in this children thing?
Teach others about their rights and how to stand on their feet to talk when their rights are being abused.
Anyway, so I have a few questions, then we'll have to wrap it up. Young people becoming effective advocates for the rights of vulnerable children in their communities. You want to touch on that one?
Yes. Young people actually becoming. So I'm sure with the pressure from the camera, when these people are very, very loud out there because they are dealing with their peers. And so, yes, to become effective advocates as you do, you have to pass through training. Okay, there are some processes that you would have to go through. You yourself, you must know about the rights that you are going to advocate. So, yes, they tend to sit down or sit back and then they learn about their rights, what it means to abuse the rights of others, what it means to violate the rights of others. They do all these stages and then they don't do it alone because we link them with the justice stakeholders, as we are saying. So we had an intensive training for these people. So for you to become an effective youth advocate, then you must pass through these stages. And then again, yes, you must have the supportive environment where people would want to listen to you. So yes, not just here we intend to educate the public, but then anywhere there's social gathering, let's say PTAs, church services, yes, we expect them to do that. And then we've actually by our monitoring and evaluation system, we've seen it when in a PTA is one of these youth advocates where they are actually a lot, but then we selected 3 to come today. So one of these people were in the midst of parents educating them about rights and then how they can also intend to support. Yes.
Wow. But how have the parents been of apart from whatever support, how do they take it? Because can you imagine Leticia's parents being seated maybe at church and then she grabs the microphone and then she's advising them? How do they take it?
Yeah, so when we started the initial phase, they thought because we were speaking about rights, it's more like they have this word, yeah, best story and manual, because yes, anytime it is right, they will be like, it is my right, so I need not to do this and all that. Yes, but then God being so good, we brought them into the understanding where they would have to understand that these are naturally inherent on these ones, and so they can't take it away. And so as such, or in as much as they have rights, they also have responsibilities. So yes, Leticia would always have a word. They would say, right always goes with responsibilities.
Right, what?
Right always goes with responsibility. The fact that you have right to education. What if now your parents are performing their right to put you in school? What's your responsibility as a child? So they will also know that now that my right has not been infringed upon, then I have a responsibility or a role to play in this right. So they will know that once I'm in education or once I'm being educated, then I have to learn, I have to perform my duties when it comes to anything education. So that's what we did. So at the end of the day, they actually appreciated me the most. Yes, to the extent that they were even impressed, and then they were like, then we should actually make our youth advocates a lot so that they can be doing it. We can select them. So after engaging the schools, there are a whole lot of students, but then those that could speak for their friends were those that we selected. Yes.
Okay. It will not be fair if I don't bring in Melissa. So Melissa, pass here and come and say hello to me so that I can go back. Yeah. No, pass so that I write you. All right. So I've been talking to Mr. Ubed Sian Ose, who's a project assistant, and then you can sit, stand, just stand, come and stand so the camera can capture you, so that you will see that today you came on television. Yeah. How are you doing? You are well. You look calm. Is that how you are? And I come no more how. Where do you come from? Oh, can you speak your language? Oh, Melissa. All right, so like I said, I've been speaking to Aziz Abdul, who's a youth advocate, Leticia Rinchi, the same, and then Melissa. Your final words, anything to tell anybody watching you? We are done. Anything to say to parents, your peers, your teachers, anything?
We should allow children to join family meetings.
Okay, that's very important. Say hello to your class teacher or anybody, any teacher in your school.
Hello, Saibi and Samami.
Okay, nice one. You're already smiling. Anything you want to tell us? We have to wrap up.
So parents should allow children to bring up their point of view, because maybe there's something important the parents will need. So when they bring up their point of view, they can also take it.
Okay.
So children also should be educated. They should go to school. It doesn't matter, maybe they live on street. We still educate them, so they should also educate their children.
Wow. Say hello to your teacher.
Hello, Sir Joshua.
Wow, Sir Joshua, you must be a nice one anyway. Charlie, say hello to your teacher. We are done. Any teacher? Say Peter. We have to wrap up. Your final words.
I see. So in our little engagement, when EquiAccess comes to play, we saw that we have trusted outdoors that we can actually leave anything rights violation to. But then in one of our engagement, we saw that these people that we trusted most became the perpetrators of these acts. And so, yes, if you're an adult or a grown-up looking at or watching us, I would want to say that we all have a role to play in protecting the rights of these young ones. And so anything that has to do with the rights of a child must be protected. And then again, if you find what we are doing very educative and then interesting, our doors are always open. Info at starlightfoundation.org. Yes, you can email us if you want to support, any support in kind, in resources, even if you want to volunteer. Our doors are still open. Yes,
any numbers I can call you on?
Yes, you can call us on 0593 535 826. 0593 535 826. The same contact us as our moment. So if you want to send us something small for us to continue with the projects and the document that we are putting in this number will actually be directed.
All right, so relax. I'm coming to you very soon. All right, so we have to go away, but before we wrap up, finally, let me do these wishes before I say bye bye to you. And so it says that happy birthday to my sweet boy, Noko international journalist. May your day be sweet as you are. It says that you know how we do it. Let's meet in school. So we are going to meet in school. And then Noko International will do our own thing. And then from Miriam and the entire Living for Just group to you, Noko Nat. So that is it for you. Also, I do this one for me.